for sure, to the technology about proof of stake that is really a low consumption blockchain. Yeah, everyone is really supportive. Yeah, when I started, I contact some people that is more involved than me at that time, and then yeah, everyone try to help. Everyone answer is amazing. Yeah. I really learned about how to communicate with blockchain using the tutorial from Armada Alliance. That is an alliance of SPOs that they have they pulse running in Raspberry Pis. Then they have a lot of tutorials about how you can make a node in a Raspberry Pi, how you mint NFTs and everything. They have a website, really good website with really good tutorials. And then I learn with them. I learn with their tutorial. I ask some things in Telegram, and they will be really supportive for that. And then I am coding from when I was child. I coding my whole life. I really like coding in general. Then I learn different language, and then it wasn't really hard for me to learn that, but for sure that tutorials and that material that they have in their website is amazing and was really easy. For example, to have a node running in Raspberry Pi for me takes more or less 1 hour. The Armada Alliance is an alliance of different pools that runs nodes and relies in Raspberry Pis. Then they have everything, a lot of tutorial and a really great website to teach everyone how to make a pool in Raspberry Pis, because that are really low power consumption machines. That's the idea behind, to use a blockchain that is really low power consumption and use a hardware that is too low power consumption. I think the good thing to have your own node in your home is that you didn't use Blockstore, and then maybe it's faster because you are not in a queue. Maybe sometimes Blockstore is stuck because there is several drops at the same time or something. But if you are using your own node, the process is faster. I really like coding from when I was child, and I really like art too. I make drawings and that kind of things, and I really like art in general, like performance art. I practice some circus activities and acrobatics and that kind of things. And in general, the idea to make how I will create an NFT artist is because I trying to join together a lot of things. In particular, I like coding, I like art, and then I started several years ago to make some generative art in general, like other collection, like CardanoTrees for sure, but maybe unsigned algorithms. And I think now there are a lot of collections using generative art. And then that particular kind of art is really good for my background or for my knowledge, because I can join together coding and art and everything in one thing. And related to NFTs in particular, I think is when I discovered that I saw space bus in particular. Maybe like everyone, I saw the first collection in Cardano, and I saw that I see that it's a really good way to reach people, or because up to that point I make a lot of things for my own, for my family, in my computer that no one saw that. And that using NFTs technology or Cardano is a good way to show that to communities or other people. Maybe it will be good to have a more centralized or something, or really a library of tutorials, something really order to how to make NFTs in general. And in particular for on-chain NFTs, maybe we need another group of tutorials for that in particular. But for sure, the main limitation is I think is the size, is how to make something great, or how to make that you're trying to make in 16 kilobyte or less, because 16 kilobyte is the total transaction. And then the file that create the image or the NFT needs to be smaller, maybe 15 and a half or something. But maybe in the future will be better to have a better tools or better minting service to make any kind of on-chain NFT. For on-chain NFTs, I think there are possibilities to expand that, but now we have a limitation that because of security reasons, we can have a AP calls or some call from outside the code of NFT. Because in all the marketplaces or in pool PM, that calls are blocked because of security reason. That is totally fine. But based on that, it's not possible to make NFTs that are related to data from outside. That will be amazing in the future. But for now, for example, in my CardanoTrees, everything is based on time only and probabilities, and not in real data. For example, if you can make some call outside from an API or something, for example, you can make in NFT real weather from real data, for example, but now the CardanoTrees are based on probabilities or rain probabilities or snow probability or something like this, but it's not related to the actual weather in that position or in that city. And for sure, my idea is to make something new. And then because I have background in generative art, I started to make something from using that techniques. And my first idea was to make something that later was similar to on-site algorithms. And he launched first than me, and then I discarded that idea because I really like to make something new, not repeat not make something similar that other project that already exists. And then I find the idea to make something that evolves in time. Then the first idea was make only something that evolves in time. And thinking about that and related to that, Cardano is a low power consumption blockchain. And with the idea behind that, trying to make something that has some correlate in the real world or some impact or something, I find the idea to make a trees. The NFT itself is a pure JavaScript. It's HTML plus JavaScript because it's a website with a canvas that covers the whole window, and you can draw inside that canvas using JavaScript code. And then the NFT itself is pure JavaScript. Yeah, I use Python only to create that file or to compile different or showing different codes or something, like to make tools to make the process easier. That is the amazing part of the generative art, because everything is created with rules, with random rules. For example, in particular in the tree, you have different rules to when a branch is growing in some time, based on some probability, they split in two branches or things like that. And the whole tree is created based on rules, and then it's not hard coded there. The coordinate of each point or each leaves or each flower or everything is all based on probabilities and rules. And then use that kind of techniques is possible to make that really small code to create something like you say, where a lot of things are happening, because you have different aspects in different seasons. You have flower, fruit, you have leaves or not. In winter, you have less leaves. You have rain, you have snow. You have day, night, you have a moon or sun or everything. In Cardano in particular, I can make it in, I think in the base code for a tree is more or less 5 kilobytes only. I make a lot of improvement in that code. Yeah, for sure. Now the final code is really hard to read it. Yeah, because it's compressed and all the variables have a strange name. I try to short the name of variable, short everything to reduce the file size. Yeah, because of that, at that time I can mint in pairs, because in one transaction I can put 2 CardanoTrees, and then because of that, during that drop I sell it in pairs. Yeah. Fortunately, I find the correct people that help me to learn that I need. But I think I wish to know that the project will grow really fast. I think that the most pain at that time, because I was really something unexpected, and that was not too easy to manage at the beginning. But yeah, what was a really great surprise, but at that time was complicated. Finally, we donate 15,000 trees that the trees are now planting in Kenya, and are part of the Cardano Forest, and are part of the first Cardano Foundation Impact Challenge. And the company that is planting that is Very Tree, and I think we are really happy to be part of that. And adding to that, I made the NFTs that when you donate to Very Tree to plant a tree, you receive an NFT. Yeah, the Bonsai project is the second big connection of the Cardano trees. Now the first collection was based in 5 tree species, and now in the bonsai collection is more related to styles, because bonsais are classified mostly in styles. Each style is trying to mimic some shape or some grow style in the nature. We will have 11 styles, and 2 new styles that we are created with the community. Later, with the new merge tool, you can combine. For example, you can put, for example, the bonsai next to your tree with the pot, or without a pot. Or you can use the background. You can combine, change the pot of the bonsai or everything. Everything is trying to show the possibilities that are behind that idea of making NFTs that can be combined. First is we are planning to create 3D versions of the trees, to maybe to the idea is to create the 3 versions is that are possible to use in some metaverses will be great, but the idea is to give that 3 version to the holders, and then if they can use different places, will be really great. And the main important thing for the future is we already started with teaching sessions about how to create add-ons, basically, but in reality is how to create NFTs using that kind of code structure. And then if you create NFTs in that way, that NFT can be combined with the trees, or can be combined between them. And then with that teaching sessions, we plan, or the idea behind that is that some people from the community create new add-ons, or some people from the community create new projects that can be combined with the trees. And then based on that, other people can create new add-ons or new projects that can be combined together. And then the final idea is trying to create like an ecosystem of different NFTs or different projects that can be combined together in different compositions. I think we are really early for metaverses in general, but for the future, if it is possible, will be really great, because add something to the holders. That's the idea too, because several people ask about that. They really like if they can put their trees in a metaverse. Yeah, for sure, it will be amazing. But up to now, I really didn't know how we need to make that to be compatible. For sure, it's possible to make a tree version, an static tree version that you have. Maybe you can use it in, yeah, like a 3D NFT, for example. But to put that inside the metaverse, I up to now, it's not really clear how to make that.